بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the most compassionate.
طاسيم
طاسيم.
تلك آيات الكتاب المبين.
These are the verses of the clear book.
نتلو عليك من نبأ موسى وفرعون بالحق لقوم يؤمنون.
We recount to you with truth some parts of the story of Moses and Pharaoh for the benefit of those who believe.
إن فرعون علا في الأرض وجعل أهلها شيعا يستضعف طائفة منهم يذبح أبناءهم ويستحيي نساءهم إنه كان من المفسدين.
Indeed, Pharaoh transgressed in the land and divided its people into sections. One group of them he humiliated and slew their sons and spared their daughters. Truly, he was among the mischief makers.
ونريد أن نمن على الذين استضعفوا في الأرض ونجعلهم أئمة ونجعلهم الوارثين.
We wanted to bestow favor on those who were oppressed in the land. We wanted to make them leaders and heirs.
ونمكن لهم في الأرض ونري فرعون وهامان وجنودهما منهم ما كانوا يحذرون.
And to grant them power in the land, and make Pharaoh and Haman and their hosts see what they had feared.
وأوحينا إلى موسى أن أرضعيه فإذا خفت عليه فألقيه في اليم ولا تخافي ولا تحزني إنا رادوه إليك وجاعلوه من المرسلين.
We suggested to the mother of Moses, "Suckle your child, but when you fear for his life, cast him into the river, and be not fearful nor grieve, for we shall restore him to you and make him one of the messengers."
فالتقطه آل فرعون ليكون لهم عدوا وحزنا إن فرعون وهامان وجنودهما كانوا خاطئين.
Then Pharaoh's household picked him up from the river, that he may be their adversary and be a cause of sorrow to them. Surely Pharaoh and Haman and their hosts erred in their scheming.
وقالت امرأة فرعون قرة عين لي ولك لا تقتلوه عسى أن ينفعنا أو نتخذه ولدا وهم لا يشعرون.
The wife of Pharaoh said, "Here is a delight of the eye to me and to you. Do not kill him. Maybe he will prove useful for us, or we may adopt him as a son." They were unaware of the end of it all.
وأصبح فؤاد موسى فارغا إن كادت لتبدي به لولا أن ربطنا على قلبها لتكون من المؤمنين.
On the other hand, the heart of Moses' mother was sorely distressed. Had we not strengthened her heart, that she might have full faith in our promise, she would have disclosed the secret.
وقالت لأخته قصيه فبصرت به عن جنب وهم لا يشعرون.
She told the sister of Moses, "Follow him," so she kept watch over him unperceived by the enemies.
وحرمنا عليه المراضع من قبل فقالت هل أدلكم على أهل بيت يكفلونه لكم وهم له ناصحون.
And we had already forbidden the breasts of the nurses for the child. So, seeing the girl, said, "Shall I direct you to the people of a household that will rear him with utter sincerity?"
فرددناه إلى أمه كي تقر عينها ولا تحزن ولتعلم أن وعد الله حق ولكن أكثرهم لا يعلمون.
Thus did we restore Moses to his mother, that her eyes might be comforted and she might not grieve, and realize that the promise of Allah was true. But most people are unaware of this.
ولما بلغ أشده واستوى آتيناه حكما وعلما وكذلك نجزي المحسنين.
When Moses reached the age of full youth and grew to maturity, we bestowed upon him wisdom and knowledge. Thus do we reward those who do good.
ودخل المدينة على حين غفلة من أهلها فوجد فيها رجلين يقتتلان هذا من شيعته وهذا من عدوه فاستغاثه الذي من شيعته على الذي من عدوه فوكزه موسى فقضى عليه قال هذا من عمل الشيطان إنه عدو مضل مبين.
Once he entered the city at a time when its people were heedless, and he encountered two men fighting, one of whom belonged to his own people and the other to his foes. Now the man belonging to Moses' own people cried out to him for help against the man from the foes, and Moses struck him with his fist and finished him. Moses said, "This is an act of Satan. Surely he is an enemy who openly misleads."
قال رب إني ظلمت نفسي فاغفر لي فغفر له إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.
Then he prayed, "My Lord, I have indeed inflicted wrong on myself, so do forgive me." Wherefore Allah forgave him, for he is ever forgiving, most merciful.
قال رب بما أنعمت علي فلن أكون ظهيرا للمجرمين.
Thereupon Moses vowed, "My Lord, because of the favor that you have done me, I shall never support the guilty."
فأصبح في المدينة خائفا يترقب فإذا الذي استنصره بالأمس يستصرخه قال له موسى إنك لغوي مبين.
The next morning he proceeded to the city in fear and looking around as one apprehensive of danger, when all of a sudden the man who had sought his help the day before again called out to him for his help. Moses said to him, "Clearly, you are a very misguided fellow."
فلما أن أراد أن يبطش بالذي هو عدو لهما قال يا موسى أتريد أن تقتلني كما قتلت نفسا بالأمس إن تريد إلا أن تكون جبارا في الأرض وما تريد أن تكون من المصلحين.
And when Moses decided to lay his violent hands on the man belonging to the enemy, he cried out, "Moses, do you intend to kill me as you killed a person yesterday? You simply want to live in the land as a tyrant and do not wish to set things right."
وجاء رجل من أقصى المدينة يسعى قال يا موسى إن الملأ يأتمرون بك ليقتلوك فاخرج إني لك من الناصحين.
Then a man came running from the farther end of the city and said, "O Moses, the nobles are deliberating about you that they may put you to death. So do be gone, I am one of your well-wishers."
فخرج منها خائفا يترقب قال رب نجني من القوم الظالمين.
Soon after hearing this, Moses departed in a state of fear, looking around as one in apprehension, and prayed, "My Lord, deliver me from these unjust people."
ولما توجه تلقاء مدين قال عسى ربي أن يهديني سواء السبيل.
When after his departure from Egypt, Moses headed towards Midian, he said, "I hope my Lord will show me the right path."
ولما ورد ماء مدين وجد عليه أمة من الناس يسقون ووجد من دونهم امرأتين تذودان قال ما خطبكما قالتا لا نسقي حتى يصدر الرعاء وأبونا شيخ كبير.
When he arrived at the spring of Midian, he found there a crowd of people watering their flocks, and he found apart from them 2 women holding their flocks back. He asked the women, "What is it that troubles you?" They said, "We cannot water our flocks until the shepherds take their flocks away, and our father is a very old man."
فسقى لهما ثم تولى إلى الظل فقال رب إني لما أنزلت إلي من خير فقير.
On hearing this, Moses watered their flocks for them, and then returned in a shaded place and said, "My Lord, I am truly in great need of any good that you might send down to me."
فجاءته إحداهما تمشي على استحياء قالت إن أبي يدعوك ليجزيك أجر ما سقيت لنا. فلما جاءه وقص عليه القصص قال لا تخف نجوت من القوم الظالمين.
Soon thereafter, one of the two women came to him, walking bashfully, and said, My father invites you that he may reward you for your having watered our flocks for us. When Moses came to him and narrated to him the whole of his story, he said, Have no fear, you are now safe from the iniquitous people.
قالت إحداهما يا أبت استأجره إن خير من استأجرت القوي الأمين.
One of the two women said, Father, employ this man in your service. The best whom you might employ is he who is strong and trustworthy.
قال إني أريد أن أنكحك إحدى ابنتي هاتين على أن تأجرني 8 حجج فإن أتممت 10 فمن عندك وما أريد أن أشق عليك ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصالحين.
Her father said to Moses, I want to marry one of these 2 daughters of mine to you, if you serve me for 8 years. But if you complete 10 years, that will be of your own accord, but not an obligation. I do not intend to treat you harshly. If Allah wills, you will find me an upright man.
قال ذلك بيني وبينك أيما الأجلين قضيت فلا عدوان علي والله على ما نقول وكيل.
Moses replied, So that is agreed between me and you. Whichever of the 2 terms I fulfill, I trust that I shall not be wronged. Allah is a witness over the covenant we are committing ourselves to.
فلما قضى موسى الأجل وسار بأهله آنس من جانب الطور نارا قال لأهلهم كثوا إني آنست نارا لعلي آتيكم منها بخبر أو جذوة من النار لعلكم تصطلون.
When Moses had fulfilled the term and was journeying with his family, he perceived a fire in the direction of the Mount Sinai. He said to his family, Wait here, I have observed a fire. Maybe I will bring to you some news or a brand of fire from there, that you may warm yourselves.
فلما أتاها نودي من شاطئ الوادي الأيمن في البقعة المباركة من الشجرة أن يا موسى إني أنا الله رب العالمين.
But when he came to the fire, a cry was heard from the right bank of the valley, from a tree in the hallowed ground. O Moses, verily I am Allah, the Lord of all creatures of the universe.
وأن ألق عصاك فلما رآها تهتز كأنها جان ولا مدبرا ولم يعقب يا موسى أقبل ولا تخف إنك من الآمنين.
He received the command, "Throw away your rod." But when he saw the rod writhing as though it were a serpent, he turned back in retreat and did not even look behind. He was told, "O Moses, go ahead and have no fear. You are perfectly secure."
أسلك يدك في جيبك تخرج بيضاء من غير سوء واضمم إليك جناحك من الرهب فذلك برهانان من ربك إلى فرعون وملئه إنهم كانوا قوما فاسقين.
Put your hand into your bosom, and it will come out shining without any blemish. And draw your hand close to your body to still your fear. Those are the two clear signs from your Lord for Pharaoh and his chiefs, for truly they are a disobedient people.
قال رب إني قتلت منهم نفسا فأخاف أن يقتلون.
Moses said, "My Lord, I have killed one person from among them, and I fear that they will kill me.
وأخي هارون هو أفصح مني لسانا فأرسله معي يرد أن يصدقني إني أخاف أن يكذبون.
My brother Aaron is more eloquent in speech than I, so send him with me as a helper to confirm my truthfulness, for I fear that they will reject me as a liar."
قال سنشد عضدك بأخيك ونجعل لكما سلطانا فلا يصلون إليكما بآياتنا أنتما ومن اتبعكما الغالبون.
He said, "We will certainly strengthen you through your brother, and will invest both of you with such power that they shall not be able to hurt you. With the help of our signs, the two of you and your followers will prevail."
فلما جاءهم موسى بآياتنا بينات قالوا ما هذا إلا سحر مفترى وما سمعنا بهذا في آبائنا الأولين.
But when Moses came to them with our clear signs, they said, "This is nothing but a magic that has been contrived. We never heard anything like it from our ancestors of yore."
وقال موسى ربي أعلم بمن جاء بالهدى من عنده ومن تكون له عاقبة الدار إنه لا يفلح الظالمون.
Moses replied, "My Lord knows best who comes with guidance from him, and also whose end will be the best in the hereafter. As for the wrongdoers, they shall not prosper."
وقال فرعون يا أيها الملأ ما علمت لكم من إله غيري فأوقد لي يا هامان على الطين فاجعل لي صرحا لعلي أطلع إلى إله موسى وإني لأظنه من الكاذبين.
Pharaoh said, O nobles, I do not know that you have any god beside myself. Haman, bake bricks out of clay, and build a lofty palace for me, so that I may mount up and be able to observe the God of Moses, even though I believe that Moses is a liar.
واستكبر هو وجنوده في الأرض بغير الحق وظنوا أنهم إلينا لا يرجعون.
And he and his hosts waxed arrogant in the land without any right, believing that they will never have to return to us.
فأخذناه وجنوده فنبذناهم في اليم فانظر كيف كان عاقبة الظالمين.
Eventually we seized him and his hosts, and we flung them into the sea. So do see the end of the wrongdoers.
وجعلناهم أئمة يدعون إلى النار ويوم القيامة لا ينصرون.
And we made them leaders who invite people to the fire. On the day of judgment they shall not find help from any quarter.
وأتبعناهم في هذه الدنيا لعنة ويوم القيامة هم من المقبوحين.
We have made a curse to pursue them in this world, and on the day of judgment they shall be among the despised.
ولقد آتينا موسى الكتاب من بعد ما أهلكنا القرون الأولى بصائر للناس وهدى ورحمة لعلهم يتذكرون.
After we had destroyed the earlier generations, we bestowed the book on Moses, a source of enlightenment for people, and a guidance and mercy that they may take heed.
وما كنت بجانب الغربي إذ قضينا إلى موسى الأمر وما كنت من الشاهدين.
O Muhammad, you were then not on the western side when we bestowed this commandment of law, and you were not among its witnesses.
ولكننا أنشأنا قرونا فتطاول عليهم العمر وما كنت ثاويا في أهل مدين تتلو عليهم آياتنا ولكننا كنا مرسلين.
Thereafter, we raised up many a generation, and a long time passed. You were then not even present among the people of Midian to rehearse our verses to them. But it is we who are sending news about that.
وما كنت بجانب الطور إذ نادينا ولكن رحمة من ربك لتنذر قوما ما أتاهم من نذير من قبلك لعلهم يتذكرون.
Nor were you on the side of the Mount Sinai when we called out to Moses in the first instance. But it is out of mercy from your Lord that you are being informed of all this, so that you may warn a people to whom no warner came before you. Maybe they will take heed.
ولولا أن تصيبهم مصيبة بما قدمت أيديهم فيقولوا ربنا لولا أرسلت إلينا رسولا فنتبع آياتك ونكون من المؤمنين.
We did so lest a calamity might seize them because of the misdeeds they committed, whereafter they would say, Our Lord, why did you not send a messenger to us that we follow your revelation and become among those who believe?
فلما جاءهم الحق من عندنا قالوا لولا أوتي مثل ما أوتي موسى أولم يكفروا بما أوتي موسى من قبل قالوا سحران تظاهرا وقالوا إنا بكل كافرون.
But when the truth reached them from us, they said, Why was he not given that which was given to Moses? But did they not reject before what had been given to Moses? They said, Both are magic, each supporting the other. And they said, We deny each of these.
قل فأتوا بكتاب من عند الله هو أهدى منهما أتبعه إن كنتم صادقين.
Tell them, O Prophet, then do bring a book from Allah, which is a better guide than either of them, and I will follow it. Do so if you are truthful.
فإن لم يستجيبوا لك فاعلم أنما يتبعون أهواءهم ومن أضل ممن اتبع هواه بغير هدى من الله إن الله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين.
But if they do not hearken to this, know well that they only follow their lusts, and who is in greater error than he who follows his lusts without any guidance from Allah? Allah does not guide those given to wrongdoing.
وَلَقَدْ وَصَّلْنَا لَهُمُ الْقَوْلَ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَذَكَّرُونَ.
We have constantly conveyed them the word of admonition that they may take heed.
الذين آتيناهم الكتاب من قبله هم به يؤمنون.
Those on whom we bestowed the book before do believe in this, to wit the Qur'an.
وَإِذَا يُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ قَالُوا آمَنَّا بِهِ إِنَّهُ الْحَقُّ مِنْ رَبِّنَا إِنَّا كُنَّا مِنْ قَبْلِهِ مُسْلِمِينَ.
When it is recited to them, they say, We believe in it, for it is the truth from our Lord. Indeed, we were already Muslims.
أولئك يؤتون أجرهم مرتين بما صبروا ويدرؤون بالحسنة السيئة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون.
These will be granted their reward twice over, because they remain steadfast. They repel evil with good and spend in alms out of the sustenance we provided them.
وَإِذَا سَمِعُوا اللَّغْوَ أَعْرَضُوا عَنْهُ وَقَالُوا لَنَا أَعْمَالُنَا وَلَكُمْ أَعْمَالُكُمْ سَلَامٌ عَلَيْكُمْ لَا نَبْتَغِي الْجَاهِلِينَ.
And when they hear any vain talk, they turn away from it, saying, "We have our deeds, and you have your deeds. Peace be to you. We do not desire to act like the ignorant."
إِنَّكَ لَا تَهْدِي مَنْ أَحْبَبْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ وَهُوَ أَعْلَمُ بِالْمُهْتَدِينَ.
O Prophet, you cannot grant guidance to whom you please. It is Allah who guides those whom He will. He knows best who are amenable to guidance.
وَقَالُوا إِن نَّتَّبِعِ الْهُدَى مَعَكَ نُتَخَطَّفْ مِنْ أَرْضِنَا أَوَلَمْ نُمَكِّن لَّهُمْ حَرَمًا آمِنًا يُجْبَىٰ إِلَيْهِ ثَمَرَاتُ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ رِزْقًا مِّن لَّدُنَّا وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَهُمْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ.
They say, if we were to follow this guidance with you, we should be snatched away from our land. Have we not established for them a secure sanctuary, to which fruits of all kinds are brought as a provision from us? But most of them do not know.
وَكَمْ أَهْلَكْنَا مِنْ قَرْيَةٍ بَطِرَتْ مَعِيشَتَهَا فَتِلْكَ مَسَاكِنُهُمْ لَمْ تُسْكَنْ مِنْ بَعْدِهِمْ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا وَكُنَّا نَحْنُ الْوَارِثِينَ.
And how many a town did we destroy, whose inhabitants exulted on account of their affluence. These are their dwellings, in which very few dwelt after them. Eventually, it is we who inherited them.
وَمَا كَانَ رَبُّكَ مُهْلِكَ الْقُرَى حَتَّى يَبْعَثَ فِي أُمِّهَا رَسُولًا يَتْلُو عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتِنَا وَمَا كُنَّا مُهْلِكِ الْقُرَى إِلَّا وَأَهْلُهَا ظَالِمُونَ.
Your Lord would not destroy a town until He had sent to its center a messenger who would recite to them our verses. Nor would we destroy any town unless its inhabitants were iniquitous.
وَمَا أُوتِيتُم مِّن شَيْءٍ فَمَتَاعُ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَزِينَتُهَا وَمَا عِندَ اللَّهِ خَيْرٌ وَأَبْقَىٰ أَفَلَا تَعْقِلُونَ.
Whatever you've been given is a provision for the life of this world and its glitter, but that which is with Allah is better and more enduring. Do you not use your intellect?
أَفَمَنْ وَعَدْنَاهُ وَعْدًا حَسَنًا فَهُوَ لَاقِيهِ كَمَنْ مَتَّعْنَاهُ مَتَاعَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا ثُمَّ هُوَ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ مِنَ الْمُحْضَرِينَ.
Now he to whom we have promised a good which he is going to obtain, can he be like him whom we have given the good things of this life, but who will be brought up for punishment on the day of judgment?
ويوم يناديهم فيقول أين شركائي الذين كنتم تزعمون.
Let them not forget that the day when Allah will call unto them and say, Where are those whom you imagine to be my associates?
قال الذين حق عليهم القول ربنا هؤلاء الذين أغويناهم كما غوينا تبرأنا إليك ما كانوا إيانا يعبدون.
Those against whom the word will be realized will say, Our Lord, these are the ones whom we led astray just as we ourselves strayed. We absolve ourselves before you of all blame. It was not us that they worshipped.
وقيل ادعوا شركاءكم فدعوهم فلم يستجيبوا لهم ورأوا العذاب لو أنهم كانوا يهتدون.
They will then be told, Call upon those for help whom you declared to be our associates. They will then call upon them, but they will not answer them. They will have observed the chastisement in front of them. Would that they were guided.
ويوم يناديهم فيقول ماذا أجبتم المرسلين.
Let them not disregard that the day when Allah will call out to them saying, What was the answer you gave to the messengers?
فعميت عليهم الأنباء يومئذ فهم لا يتساءلون.
Then they will not be able to think of any reply, nor will they be able to ask one another.
فأما من تاب وآمن وعمل صالحا فعسى أن يكون من المفلحين.
But those who repented and believed and acted righteously, they will perhaps be among those who will prosper there.
وربك يخلق ما يشاء ويختار ما كان لهم الخيرة سبحان الله وتعالى عما يشركون.
Your Lord creates what He will and chooses for His tasks whomsoever He will. It is not for them to make the choice. Glory be to Allah. He is exalted far above their associating others in His divinity.
وَرَبُّكَ يَعْلَمُ مَا تُكِنُّ صُدُورُهُمْ وَمَا يُعْلِنُونَ.
Your Lord knows all that their hearts conceal and all that they reveal.
وهو الله لا إله إلا هو له الحمد في الأولى والآخرة وله الحكم وإليه ترجعون.
He is Allah. There is no God but He. His is the praise in this world and in the hereafter. His is the command, and to Him will all of you be returned.
قل أرأيتم إن جعل الله عليكم الليل سرمدا إلى يوم القيامة من إله غير الله يأتيكم بضياء أفلا تسمعون.
O Prophet, tell them, did you consider if Allah were to make the night perpetual over you till the day of judgment, is there a God other than Allah who can bring forth light for you? Do you not hear?
قل أرأيتم إن جعل الله عليكم النهار سرمدا إلى يوم القيامة من إله غير الله يأتيكم بليل تسكنون فيه أفلا تبصرون.
Say, did you consider if Allah were to make the day become perpetual over you till the day of judgment, is there a God other than Allah who can bring in night for you, that you may repose in it? Will you not see?
ومن رحمته جعل لكم الليل والنهار لتسكنوا فيه ولتبتغوا من فضله ولعلكم تشكرون.
It is out of His mercy that He has made for you night and day, that you may repose during the night and seek His bounty during the day, that you might be grateful.
ويوم يناديهم فيقول أين شركائي الذين كنتم تزعمون.
Let them bear in mind that on the day when He will call out to them saying, Where are my associates, those whom you imagine to be so?
ونزعنا من كل أمة شهيدا فقلنا هاتوا برهانكم فعلموا أن الحق لله وضل عنهم ما كانوا يفترون.
And from each people we shall draw a witness and shall say to them, Do produce your evidence now. Then they shall know that the truth is with Allah alone, and the lies which they had invented will forsake them.
إن قارون كان من قوم موسى فبغى عليهم وآتيناه من الكنوز ما إن مفاتحه لتنوء بالعصبة أولي القوة إذ قال له قومه لا تفرح إن الله لا يحب الفرحين.
To be sure, Korah was one of Moses' people. Then he transgressed against them. We had bestowed on him such treasure that their very keys would have been raised with difficulty by a whole group of strong people. Once when his people said to him, Do not exult, for Allah does not love those who exult in their riches.
وابتغ فيما آتاك الله الدار الآخرة ولا تنس نصيبك من الدنيا وأحسن كما أحسن الله إليك ولا تبغ الفساد في الأرض إن الله لا يحب المفسدين.
Seek by means of the wealth that Allah has granted you, the abode of the hereafter, but forget not your share in this world, and do good, as Allah has been good to you, and do not strive to create mischief in the land, for Allah loves not those who create mischief.
قال إنما أوتيته على علم عندي أولم يعلم أن الله قد أهلك من قبله من القرون من هو أشد منه قوة وأكثر جمعا ولا يسأل عن ذنوبهم المجرمون.
He replied, "All this has been given to me on account of a certain knowledge that I have. Did he not know that Allah had destroyed before him those who were stronger in might than he, and were more numerous in multitude? The wicked are not asked about their acts of sin."
فخرج على قومه في زينته قال الذين يريدون الحياة الدنيا يا ليت لنا مثل ما أوتي قارون إنه لذو حظ عظيم.
Once Korah went forth among his people in full glitter. Those seeking the life of this world said, "Would that we had the like of what Korah has. He truly has a great fortune."
وقال الذين أوتوا العلم ويلكم ثواب الله خير لمن آمن وعمل صالحا ولا يلقاها إلا الصابرون.
But those endowed with the true knowledge said, "Woe to you! The reward of Allah is best for those who believe and act righteously, but none except those who are patient shall attain to this."
فخسفنا به وبداره الأرض فما كان له من فئة ينصرونه من دون الله وما كان من المنتصرين.
At last we caused the earth to swallow him and his house. Thereafter there was no group of people that could come to his aid against Allah, nor was he able to come to his own aid.
وأصبح الذين تمنوا مكانه بالأمس يقولون ويكأن الله يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء من عباده ويقدر لولا أمن الله علينا لخسف بنا ويكأنه لا يفلح الكافرون.
And those who had envied his position the day before began to say on the morrow, "Alas, we had forgotten that it is Allah who increases the provision of those of his servants whom he will, and grants in sparing measure to those whom he will. But for Allah's favor upon us, he could have made us to be swallowed too. Alas, we had forgotten that the unbelievers do not prosper."
تلك الدار الآخرة نجعلها للذين لا يريدون علوا في الأرض ولا فسادا والعاقبة للمتقين.
As for the abode of the hereafter, we shall assign it exclusively for those who do not seek glory on earth, nor want to cause mischief. The God-fearing shall have the best end.
من جاء بالحسنة فله خير منها ومن جاء بالسيئة فلا يجزى الذين عملوا السيئات إلا ما كانوا يعملون.
He who shall bring a good deed shall be rewarded with what is better. But those who bring evil deeds shall not be requited more than their deeds.
إن الذي فرض عليك القرآن لرادك إلى معاد قل ربي أعلم من جاء بالهدى ومن هو في ضلال مبين.
O Prophet, surely he who has ordained the Qur'an on you will bring you to the best end. Say to them, My Lord knows best who has brought true guidance and who is in clear error.
وما كنت ترجو أن يلقى إليك الكتاب إلا رحمة من ربك فلا تكونن ظهيرا للكافرين.
O Prophet, you never looked forward for the book to be revealed to you. It is out of sheer mercy of your Lord that it was revealed to you. So do not lend any support to the unbelievers.
ولا يصدنك عن آيات الله بعد إذ أنزلت إليك وادع إلى ربك ولا تكونن من المشركين.
And let it never happen that the unbelievers might turn you away from the revelations of Allah after they've been revealed to you. Call people to your Lord and never become one of the unbelievers.
ولا تدع مع الله إلها آخر لا إله إلا هو كل شيء هالك إلا وجهه له الحكم وإليه ترجعون.
And do not invoke any God beside Allah. There is no God but He. All will perish but He. To Him belongs the command, and to Him shall all of you return.